What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on the keys, and it's too easy about the video today. I know somebody's like, you're doing a lot of George Carlin. Well, first of all, this to me, you can call it comedy, but it's really not comedy. Like, this man is one of the, I hate that word. I hate the word woke because now people have turned it into like a cultural, like a cultural term. Like, if you say anything like, oh, the government is watching us. Oh, you're woke. You're so woke. Like, that's common knowledge now. Like, so they're spying on us through our phones. Like, somebody says that. Oh, you're woke. You're so woke. Y'all, like, people are so quick to call, like, bro, y'all ain't, some of y'all people try to seem woke so you can so you can fill up your head and give yourself a cop. Oh, see, I know more than you. I'm woke. See, I'm one of the chosen few. Like, it doesn't make you woke, man. Being woke is actually going and researching, not just going off what somebody told you on social media, because you never know where they got their information from. That's why you look. That's why you research. That's why you look into things. But we have George Carlin on some cultural issues. And you know what? I'm pretty sure I have an idea what cultural issues we're going to talk about, but let's talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're here to talk.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes, motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. Tell the clerk, fuck you, I'm motivated. I'm going home.
Facts. I know I just paused just 10 seconds of the video, but you gotta think of all the motivational speakers you know. Eric Thomas, what was the other dude? Tony Robbins, the Inky Johnson, all these other motivational speakers. You gotta think, bro. These dudes get paid to hype you up. That's all. They're paid hype men. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. Go ahead, feed your family. And a lot of stuff they're speaking is real, but I'm saying they're paid hype men. All they're gonna get you amped up. They're gonna get you pumped up. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. And then there you go, buying in. You're buying hope. These people selling hope. People selling dreams, like people selling faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, people find a way to monetize anything, bro. You gotta think about if the only thing somebody has to give you a value is words, it's just words. That's all it is. There's nothing tangible for you to hold. It's just words. It's just a thought process. You gotta think about it, bro. Like he getting paid very well. They talk to athletes. They talk to high people. They getting paid a lot of money just to talk about. Let's get pumped up. Let's get great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing wrong with what they're doing, but I'm just saying you gotta think about it.
And can anyone explain to me the need for 1 hour photo finishing? You just saw the fucking thing. How can you possibly be nostalgic about a concept like a little while ago? Another complaint, too many vehicles. There are some families in this country own entirely too many vehicles. You see them on the highway in an RV. But that's not enough for them. RV's not enough. Behind them, they're towing a motorboat, go-kart, dune buggy, dirt bike, jet ski, snowmobile, parasail, hang glider, windsurfing equipment, a hot air balloon, and a small two-man deep-sea diving bell. Doesn't anyone just take a fucking walk anymore? The only thing these people lack is a lunar excursion module. Too many choices, America. It's not healthy. Another abomination. White guys over 10 years of age who wear their baseball hats backwards. Listen.
That doesn't happen too much anymore though. But I know what you mean though.
White guys, let me tell you something. You're never going to be as cool as black guys. It's not going to happen. You're white and you're lame.
Boy,
It's a fucking law of nature. Turning your hat around and learning a complicated handshake will not make you cool. And you black guys, since you started the whole thing, I'm going to let you stay with the hats a little bit longer, but I think really, once you qualify for Social Security, it's time to spin that motherfucker around to the front again. All right? Another tip for the men. The earrings, the thing with the earrings, it's over. It's been over for a long time. Doesn't mean anything anymore. It was supposed to piss off the squares. The squares are wearing them now. Doesn't mean anything, it's just fucking jewelry. Unless you have an earring with a live baby hanging from it, it's just jewelry. And I want you to know, I'm in favor of self-mutilation and personal disfigurement. I've always said there's nothing like puncturing and perforating your skin in a dozen or so places in order to demonstrate your high self-esteem. When I see a young man decorating his scalp with a soldering iron, I say, there's a happy guy. Thinks highly of himself. And haven't we gone a little overboard with these colored ribbons for different causes? Every cause has its own colored ribbon now. Red for AIDS, blue for child abuse, pink for breast cancer, green for the rainforest, purple for urban violence. I got a brown one. You know what it means? Eat shit, motherfucker! Eat shit, motherfucker! And what can we do to silence these Christian athletes who thank Jesus whenever they win, never mention his name when they lose? Not a word. You never hear him say, Jesus made me drop the ball. The good Lord tripped me up behind the line of scrimmage. According to these guys, Jesus is undefeated. Meanwhile, these assholes are in last place. Must be another one of those miracles. And speaking of delusional people, what about a guy who hears a voice in his head tells him to kill his entire family, so he does it? Is this the only thing a voice in the head ever tells these people to do is to kill others? Doesn't a voice ever tell a guy, go take a shit on the salad bar at Wendy's? Doesn't a voice tell a guy to take out his dick on the merry-go-round once in a while? Well, some guys do take out their dicks on the merry-go-round, but usually it's their own idea. Something else I can do without, aftershave and cologne. And this disgusting shit that men put on their bodies. Just what I need in the elevator. Some guy standing next to me smells like a fucking pine tree. I said, go home and wash, you smelly prick.
Bro. I'm telling you, my generation, when we was growing up, middle school, we had gym class at like 11:30 in the morning. And we still had 2 or 3 hours the rest of the day. I'm not going around, especially around the females, stinking. I mean, I wasn't getting none of them, but still, you gotta be presentable. So, you know what I'm saying? We had the Axe, bro. If you don't know about the Axe, you was going insane with the Axe. Like you was spraying a mist, like a whole cloud of Axe, and walking through it. Especially the chocolate Axe. Oh my! I thought I was doing something. I had the chocolate though. You know what I'm saying? I just walked through that thing. Just whole thing smelled like the armpit still musty, shirt still like damp from the sweat. Still got the same shorts on. I mean I stuffed the shorts in my backpack. Shorts is still smell like sweat. But hey, I smell like chocolate though. You feel me? I got the chocolate spray on.
You smell like the urinal in a Portuguese cat house. God damn, guys are stupid. Guys are really fucking dumb. They think they're gonna get laid with this stuff, you know. Oh yeah, they put it on at home. Oh boy, I'll get laid tonight. You don't get laid with green shit that comes out of a bottle, okay? And the only smell that's going to help you get laid might be your own natural scent. You have pheromones. It's a secondary sex characteristic. People in America, nervous about sex. They want to cover that up and disguise it. Guys in Europe, they know how to live. Guy gets in the elevator over there, he smells like a pile of dog shit. Those people are sophisticated. Getting pretty tired of these guys walking around in cowboy hats and cowboy boots. You ever see these jack-offs? Can't we kill some of these motherfuckers walking around in a fucking cowboy hat? Grown man. It's not even Halloween, for Christ's sakes. I say, hey, Tex, grow up and get yourself a wardrobe consistent with the century you're living in. Why do certain men feel the need to dress up as mythic figures? You don't see anyone walking around in a pirate costume, do you? When's the last guy you ran into had on a Viking outfit? Make-believe cowboys. Closest they ever got to a cow is when they stopped to take a piss at an Arby's. And camcorders. Here is technology gone berserk. Everywhere you go now, there's some dick, some yo-yo, some putz with a camcorder, and he is going to tape everything.
Oh, now we got the people who, if it's something going on in the world, let me record it and put it on social media. Somebody's fighting. Record. You know what? Somebody's being racist to me. I'm gonna record it instead of actually doing something. Hey, this woman is being racist to me. I'm gonna record it. I'm not gonna do anything actually. I'm just gonna record it and put it on Twitter. Hey, you Twitter, you know what to do, Twitter. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those people that they get racist stuff done to them and they just like, you know what to do, Twitter. Find his job. Get him fired. Listen, bro. I feel like everybody is entitled to an opinion, even if the opinion is degrading to other people. Freedom of speech. But I also feel like you should not have to. I feel like you should suffer the social consequences of what you say, but not legal consequences, or like you lose your whole livelihood over something you said. I understand that people hate you. I understand you might get beat up in the street. You might. But don't take away your livelihood. Don't destroy your whole life over a thing you said 10 years ago or something. Just like the one time Kevin Hart had to apologize for some like anti-LGBT comments he made 10 years ago. 10 years ago. It's been a whole decade. People can't change. Maybe he's more accepting of that community. But no, you just had to find a way to cancel him because you wanted attention.
Doesn't anyone in this country just stop and look at things anymore? Sort of take them in? Maybe even remember them? Is that just a strange notion? Does experience have to be documented and brought home and saved on a shelf? And do people really watch this shit? Are people's lives so bankrupt they sit at home looking at things they already did? These guys are so intense, you know. It's always guys. They won't let women touch the cameras. It's a highly technical skill. Look through a hole, push on a button, big skill, and they all think they're Federico Fellini. You ever seen them here with this shit? Low angles, zooms and pans, and it's the same ugly 3 children in every goddamn shot. All the George Lucas magic in Hollywood is not going to change the unfortunate genetic configuration on the faces of these children. Keep these unfortunate youngsters out of public view. Now, a lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures.
Soy boys. I heard that term one time. Soy boys. That was the funniest thing in the world. Soy boys. That was the funniest term I ever heard in my life. But you gotta understand how it is now with my generation. All the older people are saying, "Oh, look at the young people now. They're so defiant. They don't follow any rules. All they want to do is smoke weed, and all they want to do is just have sex and have babies and smoke weed." Like y'all weren't doing the same thing when you were 20 years ago. See, the thing is, a lot of people, we all know that we're not going to be here forever, and people hate the fact that they're getting older. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you're young, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get old and have freedom. But then when you have freedom, it's like, geez, I'm about to be 40 years old. I'm about to be almost 50 years old. Geez, I'm old. What? Look, he's young. He's only 17. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Sorry, futures.
Sorry, boys.
They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. Shit happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine. And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate, yuppie, boomer cocksuckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat-ass Docker pants. Fuck these boomers, fuck these yuppies. And fuck everybody, now that I think of it. Well, sometimes in comedy you have to generalize. Now there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here. Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall, scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing.
Exactly. Just like now in America. You got Orange Cheeto Man, or you got Creepy Joe Biden, the one that said that he didn't want his kids to be raised in a racial jungle. The same one that people of my color, black people, The one that we endorse so much is the same one that 30 years ago said he thought desegregation was going to lead to a circus. He didn't want his, like I said before, he didn't want his kids to be raised in a racial jungle. In a jungle. And remember, what lives in the jungle? You gotta, people say things, but they have underhanded meanings. Just like he said, but then now all of a sudden 40 years later, he's, you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden.
And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around, I know. They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent people and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand,
I didn't participate, see? So I can say whatever I want, right?
Who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year, you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
But yeah, man, I keep telling people, man. Voting, how you go, bro? If it's been corrupt leaders every time somebody comes in office, why do you keep voting? Why? Why do you keep voting if the people that are voted into office, I'm knocking my microphone over. The people that are voted into office are the people that are corrupt, the people that are terrible, the people that are such and such. Bro. Like, come on. You can't tell me that voting works when you still have the Electoral College. In America, Donald Trump won the presidency without the popular vote. Because the Electoral College. Because now you don't even have to get the most votes anymore. If the Electoral College is in your favor, boom, you're the president. That's when I, you know what I mean? And now there was rumors of people, the election being rigged and swayed in certain ways. So, what? How can you vote if your vote is dishonest? If there might be dishonesty in your vote, there are people trying to rig the votes. Obviously, people say, they're trying to stop us from... No, because they're trying to get who they want in office. Duh. Like, so you're going to constantly... They're basically just giving you free will of who you choose to oppress you later on. That's all it is. And people... I know it's going to be a black dude that's going to come to me like, well, your ancestors died for the right to vote. They died for the choice. It wasn't a right. It was a choice. It was a choice, bruh. And even back then, you think the presidents back then was worried about black people who was just slaves 20 years ago? You really think that? Come on now. You really think that they wasn't worried about black people back then? Black people was probably still slaves to them. They had just been freed 15, 20 years ago. They didn't want to stop it. They had literacy. Bro, come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Why do we still have so many issues? You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say. There's so many issues in this country that voting has not solved. Like if you might solve one issue over here, but then there's a whole another 37 issues over here, but people will focus on that one issue and say, see, this is what we did. But while the whole city is burning down over there. Like, come on, dog. You feel me? Anyway, thank you again for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to turn on my post notifications if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to please be safe. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do everything you can to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still here. You know what I'm saying? It's still here. And you know, you heard the Donald got it now. So you know, let's see where that takes us. Anyway, thank you again. Please be safe. Have a great day. I'm out. Peace.